think about the question of what recent movies have had great practical fight choreography, practical hand to hand, gun to gun choreography, and stunt work. There are a few movies that come to mind right away, specifically the John Wick movies and the Extraction movies. Last year in 2023, we got both John Wick Chapter 4 and Extraction 2. I think, man, both those movies have great practical fight choreography and stunt work. In fact, if you think about Keanu Reeves for a minute, it's impressive that despite him being about 60 years old, he looks really young for his age and is still fairly spry. And then same thing goes actually with Tom Cruise, who's famous for looking very young for his age. Then Extraction 2, interestingly, was actually made by this guy named Sam Hargrave, who's been working in the industry for a long time. He's actually been a long time Hollywood stuntman. He's actually worked on some really well-known movies like Avengers Endgame, and he did Extraction 2, which has great choreography and stunt work like John Wick, but it's a bit different though, because John Wick delivers more exciting, flashy action that immediately pops more because you have these characters that are fighting each other and they'll use their coats as a way to deflect bullets. For example, we see John Wick will literally use anything as a weapon, no matter how small it may be, whereas Extraction delivers more grounded, visceral, brutal action. So I think that John Wick Chapter 4 and Extraction 2 are a great counterbalance to each other. They deliver two different styles of action. Both of them are very well done. They're just also different from each other. I think that's very much a good thing. Also, of course, Mission Impossible is the other example here of a movie that is great practical choreography and stunt work, especially because Tom Cruise is the crazy guy who does his own stunts. It's like, hey, if I'm going to drive a motorcycle off a cliff, well, I'm really going to drive a motorcycle off a cliff. I'm not going to use CGI. I'm going to do this stunt myself. I'm really going to jump out of a plane. He really stands out amongst actors today because he does what very few other actors are willing to do. So I think that it's really good for him that you still have some straightforward action movies coming out now that have really good practical fight choreography and stunt work.